Do you feel that college and high school students are confused about what is considered a sexual norm?
I do think that college and high schoolers are confused about what a sexual norm is, because we live in a society that's so focused on binaries of what's right and wrong, everything's black and white, it's either promiscuous or perverted or innocent and, you know, holy, or, you know, it's straight or gay, or it's male or female. It's very, everything's such a binary, or viewed as a binary and talked about or around as a binary, and I'd say that its sexual norm is very much an opinion, it's very much a spectrum, and that it needs to be talked at and presented as such.
What is your opinion of a sexual norm?
My opinion is that I don't think it should be called sexual norm. Maybe healthy, sexual health, and that's semi-different from everyone, but in general, I would say non-violent, respectful, consensual is good. But everything else, I think, is kind of left for debate and left for opinion.
Speaking as a college student, who would you say that you trust more, someone of the same sex or the opposite sex?
I'd have to say it's an invalid question, because I consider myself genderqueer, which means I don't identify completely as a female, completely as a male. I do have autonomy of a woman, but I don't think that I think gender in itself is a spectrum, and that how we present is kind of a copy of a copy of a copy, of which there was no original, but now we're so deep into the copies that we feel as though we have to play into those normativities. So I get along with guys, along with girls. So I don't see too much of a difference.
What is your idea of a romantic date?
A romantic date? Probably a sincere one. Romantic, so probably more intimate, so more private, probably not in like a huge public place. Endearing, so probably something really sweet. You know, I don't know too specifically. I'm not too picky, so I'm very easily impressed.
Do you think that high school kids and younger college kids are confused about what a good partner is, when you should have sex, how you should have sex, what's
Right.
the safe way to have sex?
Right. Well, right now, sexual education is abstinence-only based in most states, though we are slowly starting to integrate comprehensive sexual education. But with that abstinence-only base, I would say we're very misinformed, if informed at all, about sex. It's more the attention is that kids are being told don't have it, and if you do, you'll die or like go to hell. But what was the question? Do you believe it?
You worded it. Just if you think that they know the right way to have sex, or
right.
how old you should be, or the responsibilities that come with it.
Right. No, I don't. And I think that parents are scared to talk about it. I think that kids are scared to ask. And I don't think that society should expect anything but what we're giving them, which is not a whole lot. I know that I go to classes and conferences all the time with people of all different ages, and they're 50-year-old women that are just now learning that women can have an orgasm too. So there's definitely a disconnect somewhere in education, and I think there are being steps made to like close that gap, but it's happening slowly. But at the same time, in a society that's hyper masculine and oversexed to an extent too, but it's not in a healthy way. Women are being made into appliances and tools in any pornography you see, and healthy erotica is getting no attention. So, fuck the media. I don't really know what to say.
Alright, what do you feel is an appropriate age, I mean, in general, for, these high schoolers or, younger adults or adolescents to start having sex?
Well, that's a tough question, because back in the day, and when I say back in the day, 50 years ago, which wasn't too long ago, people were getting ready to get married and have entire families by the time they're 15. Yet now that's changed in that we wait later, and a lot of it's because we live longer and we don't need a family to help raise our crops. But unfortunately, our sexual peaks have stayed the same, which is ages, 15 to 21. But our society is encouraging us to not have sex until we're 21. Now, I'm not saying that I think every 15-year-old should whatever, but I am saying if we maybe were to teach our youth healthy sexual activity, then sex wouldn't be such a taboo, but would be seen as what it is, and that's a natural part of being human.
Great.